Hi, welcome to the Shelley Studio, and today I am working on my last project for 2019 for GinaBAhrensDesigns design team. I'm happy to announce that I will be continuing for 2020, that sounds so weird to say, on the design team. I'm looking forward to new challenges with that. Anyway, so in this project, we decided to exchange crafty sort of gifts this year, and so I thought I would just share how I made this one. I've been watching a lot of videos of people making pockets and flip outs and whatnots with envelopes, and I wondered if there was a way to create something with the envelope and the card so that you don't have a bunch of cards or a bunch of envelopes without the other. So I decided to make kind of a little booklet. So I'm gluing the card onto the flap of the envelope, leaving a little bit of space so that I can add some paper to make it like a little journal. And then here I have a pocket, and now I'm making some extra envelopes, and I always push a little too hard and tear the paper when I do this, so I have to be very careful when greasing, unless it's really stiff cardstock. Alright, so getting all my punches, trying to round my corners. Just easier to pull this one out and around the corners with it. There we go. Okay. So I decided I wanted some flips in this little journal. So I make two envelopes. One with this, this is a digiprint from Gina's Etsy store. I will have a link in the description box below that will have a discount code. If you use Margel15, you can get 15% off of her products. I don't know if she's got a sale going on during the holidays, but you can check it out. So there's my little envelope. And then I made a vellum one. You can see there. That one took a few tries. And I am just going to glue them on so that they flip out, and I can fill them with some fun little crafty bits, I guess. I am using Fabri-Tac. I believe this bottle is Fabri-Tac. I use Beacon Fabri-Tac or Beacon 3-in-1 interchangeably. I really like how they don't warp the paper like regular wet glue does, and I feel a little bit more secure using them than the glue sticks, so that's why I'm using Fabri-Tac. But I'm still a messy gluer. Okay, so now I've got all those done. I decided I wanted to ink the edges, so I'm just taking, I think this one is Coffee by Ranger, and just going around. Sorry for the jiggling. I won't make you watch the whole thing. But I just go around and ink up all the edges. Okay, so there we go. Everything is inked. I think I might have got a little too carried away. So here are more of Gina's Digi downloads, and that you can get on her Etsy store, and I ink them a little bit and then glue them to each of the sides in my little envelope journal. That's what I'm going to call it, an envelope journal, using more of the Fabri-Tac. I just make sure I get the edges and then scribble it all over the middle. Smooth it down, and I get a little glue on the edges. If you rub the edge really quick, you can get it clean. Now this particular spot, this is where the envelope is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it so part of it is on the top. You'll see part's in the inside and part is on top, but it's all one piece of paper instead of doing two. Just trying to make sure I have that lined up the way I really want it. And then we're going to cut that out. And glue those down. So if you're not familiar with GinaBAhrensDesigns, she has a YouTube channel, an Etsy store, a couple of Facebook groups. I will have a link down below that will be to her link tree, and it'll have all of her websites and information there. And there are several other design team members, and there will be a link to her blog, which will show you all the videos that we've all created for the whole year. You could probably go back all the way to January and see all the videos that way if you really want to. Alright, so I got that one done, and then I'm just going to cover the rest of these real quick. Sped this up as fast as I could get it to go. Yeah, if you're not familiar with her, she has stamps and stencils and a lot of digital stuff along with original artwork that you can find and purchase in her shop. And she's got a lot of fun. I love working with her digital downloads just because I can download it, pay for it once, download it, and use it over and over again. Yes, I'm trying to get the glue off of there. Alright, now we'll do the back side. I think I will fast forward or skip through this part so you don't have to watch the whole thing. So I think you get the idea. So each of my sections are covered inside and out. And now this is a bunch of book text. It's actually the insides of a book for another project that I won't show the building of it, but I'll do a flip through. I just recorded a flip through of the other project. I needed books. So I got them at the thrift store and took the insides out to use the covers. I'm just trimming this down to get it kind of even. And then we're going to stitch it in here. But before we do that, I decided I wanted a little bit of paper underneath the signature. That's what it's called. The book text that I'm putting in there for the little art journal. I had to decide how wide it needed to be. I feel like I'm going in slow motion. I do one for the inside and one for the outside. In later books, I end up covering the outside with washi tape, and I put glue underneath the washi tape because washi tape's not permanent. But I flipped this thing open and closed so many times that I was wearing out the folds. So I decided to make it a little bit more stable. I would go around them with washi tape. And hopefully, because I've given them all away except for one, hopefully that works and they don't have too much trouble with my little envelope journal. So to put these in, I am doing just a simple, I think it's called a pamphlet stitch, where it's the 3 holes. I'm just trying to line that up, and I'm going to thread my thread through it. And poke the next hole. And you can't even see what I'm doing. There are lots of videos out there on how to add signatures to a book and the pamphlet stitch. So I'm sure there's a lot better videos than mine. So if you don't get what I'm doing, it's alright. Trying to poke the holes as I do it because I don't want it to get all misaligned. It's such a pain. Okay. And I am using a dental floss tool as my needle. If you use a regular needle, I probably could have gone just through it without the pokey tool. But sorry that is like completely off screen there. Then I just take it and I tie a knot around. Trying to find everything, I guess. I've got something going on there. There we go. So I get 1 thread on either side. I make sure there's no loose threads anywhere. And then I will tie that in a knot and trim it off. And then we have our little journal. It's like a junk journal. So then I'm going to take, now that I've stitched that, I'm going to take and glue this spine cover over it, and it will actually cover up the threads and kind of help hold them in place too, I guess. Alright, so we've got the basic little booklet done. Now, I think, what have I got to do? Oh, I decided that the flaps needed reinforcing, so I actually take washi tape and glue it on there, just because, like, this one is vellum and I think it was starting to crack, so I wanted to reinforce it to make sure it didn't just like break off. And I'm using glue because washi tape is not permanent. And of course I get glue everywhere, so that's me rubbing it off again. Just adding a little bit to each of the edges because they didn't quite cover. Then folding it. There, so it goes all the way around on that side. And all the way in on the edges on that side. There we go. Okay. So now it's time to fill it up. Now all the things that I am filling it up with, well, except for the snowflake Christmas card. I don't know if I have a video of that. But everything else is in the Build My Stash video. And then I have the little canvas, the butterfly you see there. Those are upcoming. I'll have a playlist for them and slowly having them. And then this one is just a scrap pack of paper and a little bit of washi. That I don't have a video for. I got that idea from Nick the Booksmith. So here are all the things I'm putting in there. I have my little paper dream catcher that I've got. I've put those all in, and it's just going to go in the envelope. Just like that. And I've wrapped it in digi paper. And then put the little canvas in there, and now I'm going to open the flaps, and I'm going to add, let's see, this is my little scrap pack. Just random scrap paper stitched together. Got some sticker paper, some stickers in there too. And then just a little bit of each of my Build My Stash stuff. And the bookmark that I made. And there it is, fully loaded. What do you think? It was a really fun project. I hope you liked it. If you did like it, please give me a thumbs up, share it with your friends, leave me a comment, and don't forget, I will put a playlist down below of all the stuff I made on there if you would like to see how I made any of those other items. And don't forget to check Gina's link in the description box below so you can check out all of her stuff. Thanks for watching!